Hi everyone. Well, it's great to see all of you in Bangkok. And this is a summary of the conversation we had at that day before we visit Bangkok Rainbow Organization. My session was all about social business or social enterprise, but I call this presentation as part of the social entrepreneurship, the process. If you recall what we discussed before in the class, I suggest that we all think about social issues or social problems that could be in any forms. Basically, you can think of sustainable development goals because the 17 points can be major global issues that we need to take into account when we design strategy for our business as well. So the idea for social business is that when you have passion on certain social problems from poverty to education, right? Could be anything. Apart from looking for charitable project or donation from those who want to support, you can adopt the business and management concept in order to help finding solution for that problem. And when you run the social business, you have two objectives together. First is to turn your business to profitable, and second is to solve the social issues that you are passionate about. So it could be many ways that social business can use the benefit to find solution for the problems, and we discuss this as well. Okay. In this slide, I think you can also look at um, explanation from Ashoka, which Bill Drayton from Ashoka, which is the major social business organizations. Because he looked at social entrepreneurs as those who are not content just to give a fish for, or teach how to fish, but to revolutionize the fishing industry. So that's mean the thinking of a social entrepreneur is beyond generic solution, but also to wipe off the issues of the problems. What actually constitutes social problem, right? We might look at different dimension of social problems from the scope and scale. If you think of a generic problem that happened to a range of conditions and aberrant behaviors, which are manifestation of social disorganization, that change the condition of society. For example, in the class, I addressed issue on homelessness as well as poor access of quality education, as mentioned by some of our friends there. Or you also talk about human rights issue among migrant workers. So all of this could be brought in the sense of size, and in terms of volume, it could be much higher than generic population, but it could apply to any population. So you want to shift that problem or correct the problem, then it is the social problems for it. But in social business issue, we have to find common ground among three institutions. Here we talk about public sector, private sector, and not-for-profit. Three of them have got their own clear agenda. But when it comes to something in common, when you need to solve social problems by running the business, at the same time you adopt the development concept from the not-for-profit. So this is how the three worlds collide into social business in order to correct the social issues that may not find a quick fix for it. It is obvious that social business or social enterprise it's not charitable organization. It's neither pure charity nor pure business. So it's the hybrid of both. So when you think of one side, which is a traditional charity, it's all donated or funded from norms such as grants, donation, endowment from philanthropic. So it's philanthropic organization that can provide stream of incomes or revenue to support those who suffer from the problems. You might hear traditional charity that help orphanage or people who suffer from natural disaster. On the other side of the spectrum is the traditional business that focus pretty much on a stakeholder such as shareholder, owner, management team and customers. So when they do anything for society, they conduct certain types, which is CSR in the old day. But if you have something in between the two, that's social business that you need to support people who suffer from the problem, and at the same time you adopt the business norms to run the profit of your work in order to find proper solution or money to support those who suffer from the problems. If you think of how to define social business, I adopt these seven principles from Muhammad Yunus. professor of finance and economics, who actually created the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh. He explained social business as business that has an objective, which is to overcome social problem or social issues, which basically it could be poverty, bad environmental aspect, unemployment, health, could be anything, education, health, technology, access, inequity that threaten people and society. So they have to find that issues and solve that, not for profit maximization. Okay. Point number two is, of course, you also need financial and economic sustainability in order to run social business. You have to run and operate the business, but the profit will turn back for social issues. Number three is investor get back their investment amount only, not dividend. It's a non-dividend kind of business form. It's beyond investment money. Okay. Next one is when investment amount is paid back, the social business organization, the profit will stay with the organization for expansion and improvement. So if you turn profitable, the profit will be used for organization, not for owner or shareholder. Gender sensitive and environmentally conscious, as well as on being politically correct. As I can see that most of the owners of the social business are young women, well educated, right? Workforce get market wage with better working conditions because it's sustainable business in itself. And the last one is do it with joy, because social entrepreneur will feel the importance of work and do it without asking nonsense questions. In order to find proper solution for social issues, social business or social enterprises have done so many ways. For example, they become the social firm, a company that provide opportunity in employment for those who suffer from the problem. If you look at the example I illustrate here, for example, Goodwill Industry, Grayson Bakery, Nisolo, they provide some forms of employment or training and then employment for those who suffer the problems, which could potentially be financed. They also create product or service that become the solution for the problem, such as contraceptive and the pack for all the kit for birth control for younger people. So this is the service or products that company create and reduce the problem itself. Donate back, the company can really look for expertise and use the profit, employ those people and find the solution for the problem, and even adopt it and scale it into the global level. So the generic nature of social enterprises could be that a company that limited by guarantee, incorporated organization or cooperative. Income is product and services fundraising grant. Cannot be sold for profit. Provide financial generation in forms of employment, other forms that support people or empower people. Profit are reinvested, not just to provide back to owners or shareholders. It's non-dividend, right? Operated by board or committee management. Socially responsible business. So all of them are green and sustainable responsibly. Create value outside the business, driven by social impact. That's the key. And last but not least, I would like you to search for some information about Muhammad Yunus and Grameen Bank and how he worked and how could he really create these important institutions that alleviate poverty from most part in Southeast Asia and some other countries in the world too. He won Nobel Prize in economics and peace, which I think he's one of the great examples of academia who turn into social workers and make a difference to society through his social business understanding.